Hi, Megan Wolfenden here, international best-selling author and business coach, and this is your best day checklist tutorial. I made this tutorial because people are saying, how can I get the most out of my day and be as productive as possible? And this checklist really can help you stay focused on your goals, and it keeps every day in order. It means you're not thinking of everything in your mind and trying to remember everything, which can become very stressful, and it allows you to fit things into the nooks and crannies of your day. So when you do have an extra 5 or 10 minutes, you can have a look at this checklist and fill in a couple of the more of the important to-do lists that you have to get done. Now, it's really not that difficult, but you'll see that the results are phenomenal. If you stick with this for 30 days, I can tell you, you are going to go places you never imagined, and you're going to knock your goals on the head and really, really work through those 30, 60 and 90-day goals. Now, remember, progress is what's important, not perfection. And if you get progress every day towards your 30-day goals, then you're really doing an amazing job, much, much better than the population who's just floating through their day and hoping to get a few things done. So let's go through the checklist. Print a bunch of these out on a Sunday night, and let's say Sunday night you're having a look at Monday. What are you going to achieve on Monday? And you go through your electronic diary. And the reason I like to put this in writing is because then you can have it right there with you in your handbag, in your pocket, on the seat of your car, wherever you are. It's right there with you, and you don't have to get out of whatever application you're in on your phone. You don't have to go scroll through your phone to see what's going on. This is an additional way of keeping right on top of all of your events for the day and all of your checklists. So you print it up on a Sunday night, you write in the date and the day. Monday, what's the date? And you think about your daily intention. What's the most important thing for you on Monday? Is it about feeling low stress, feeling calm? Is it about feeling really energized and powering through all the to-do lists? Or is it about making some sales and being very determined and being a confident, successful person? If you're going to be writing a presentation, you want to have confidence and know that you're in flow. So your daily intention is very important, and it could be anything, whatever appeals to you, whatever you want to focus on for the day. If you're about to get into crazy traffic on Monday morning, you just might want to say, I'm going to stay calm. It's going to be a calm day for me, and I'm going to nail it. You know, whatever it is, it's very important to have that daily intention and set your day up correctly. The next thing is I want you to write out your 3 main focuses from your 30-day goals. And we rewrite these every day and we handwrite them. Number 1, they're going to change on a regular basis. But number 2, handwriting them helps you subconscious to go looking for the things that you need, the resources you need to make yourself successful. So handwriting is really, really important. And it's like, if you want to buy a car and you look around and you think, I want a green Toyota, suddenly everywhere you will see green Toyotas. And that's your subconscious noticing those things that are important for you right now. And it's about focus. That's why it's important to write down those 3 very important 30-day goal focus lists. The next thing you've got to do is you must write down those things you have to do today that don't fall into a time category. So what might they be? They could be things like, don't forget to buy toilet paper and milk on the way home, or they could be that you really must get an invoice sent out to a new client, a proposal sent out to a new client. It doesn't necessarily have to be done at a specific time in the day, but it's really important. So those things need to go in there, and you might add to them throughout your day as you've spoken to a new customer and other things become important. And along the way, you can slot those into the times where you don't have any meetings or anything fixed already in your electronic diary. The next thing to do on that Sunday night or the night before is to look at your schedule in your electronic diary and write it, handwrite it. So you look at, okay, I've got a meeting at 9 o'clock. That means it's an hour's commute. I need to put in an hour's drive time from 8 o'clock. And that means before 8 o'clock, what have you got to get done? You know, is there certain things you have to pack for a meeting? And maybe you have to think about also what you need later on in the day when you're going to exercise. Will you have the car packed with your exercise gear? All of that sort of thing. So the planning all happens the day before, and you see in your calendar where it is that you fit everything in. This means that you don't miss out on your exercise because you hadn't planned it. You don't miss any meetings because you've handwritten them and you've known again that you can make all the times that you've set out in your diary. Plus, if you've gone ahead throughout the year and put in bulk all the important things that you have to get done. For example, let's say on Mondays you have a requirement to do a whole lot of social media scheduling, or on Monday of a specific month you've planned to do all your BAS or taxes. So that's already been in your electronic diary. You simply then put it in handwriting onto this daily checklist. That means if you're doing it on Sunday night for Monday, you are not forgetting a single thing. You are organized, you know where you've got to be and when, and you don't miss out on anything. It also shows you where you have spare time in your day. That spare time can be used to really take advantage towards those 30-day focus goals. And so if there's something that you're doing towards buying an investment property, then you'll know if you've got an hour to start researching more property or researching an area. Or maybe you've got half an hour to ring your coach and find out if you're on track for a particular business thing that you're doing. Maybe you've got an hour of planning for social time so that you can get your social life organized in advance. All those different things can be slotted into the nooks and crannies of your day so you actually achieve a huge amount. Now, knowing that you're going to be in the car for an hour, for example, you can, the night before, choose which podcast or which education you're going to download and have it ready on your phone so that when you do get in the car, all you've got to do is hit play. And that, again, allows you that education time or listening to podcasts for fun. So it gives you that time in the car to make it productive. And finally, it's important to know what your bedtime schedule is. What is it that you do before bed to get ready for the next day, and to make sure that you're taking it easy right towards the end of the night and getting into a good sleep routine. So you can also put that in there. And that's why I've gone from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Some people might put a little bit beforehand, a little bit after. They'll put their exercise in early in the morning, or they might put some writing tasks they want to do late at night because that's when it's really quiet. But that's the general time that my clients like to schedule out. Now, over on the right-hand side, we have self-care. And as you know, having gone through this illness as I have, the self-care is really important to me. And this is why I love this little section here. The first thing is, am I drinking enough water? And by having those 8 glasses there, and I can actually cross them off throughout the day, it triggers me to keep drinking my water. That's just something I think is really, really important. The next thing is I write in what my exercise is going to be for the day. So I've already planned, let's say that I'm going for a swim. I know what time I'm going, and so I already have the right equipment. I have my towel and everything ready to go from the night before. I also write in how many steps I've done for the day. Now, unless you're doing a run, steps aren't really cardio or anything like that. They are just additional movement that you need every single day. So I have exercise separate from steps. And that just means that I'm active throughout the day, as well as the hour or 2 hours that I'm going to the gym and doing my cardio or my swim or my weights. Additional supplements. Supplements to me are really important. I have some great supplements that I take both in the morning and the evening, and they're called AM PM. I can tell you more about those at another time. And I have some iron and other fiber supplements that I love, and antioxidant juices and things that I love to take. So I have my ticks in there to know that I have taken my supplements, because some days you get busy and you can forget. So just by having it on the checklist, I can always catch up on those things. Now, I've written here power breakfast. To me, breakfast is really important. I want to make sure there's proteins, carbs and fats every 3 hours so that I don't drop my blood sugar. And so that power breakfast for me is really important. What is a power breakfast for you? Maybe though you are on intermittent fasting and for breakfast you're having a keto coffee or a bulletproof coffee. But whatever it is, write it down, because as we write down everything that we do, everything we eat, all our exercise, we can actually improve, and we can see where we've been successful and we can see where we need improvement. So write down your power breakfast, write down your healthy lunch, and what is your super dinner? Is it for you a fabulous green salad, or is it a green smoothie, or is it, you know, something you've cooked, something you've had to pick up in a hurry? Whatever it is, write it down, and that will keep you accountable. If you know that for your body type there's a certain number of calories that you want to consume and no more, then you've been able to note down how many calories you've had. If you're on a super green diet or a cleanse, you've written down everything you've had so you can keep track, because it's very hard to remember everything you're doing throughout the day. The more you have written down, the less your brain has to remember, and that is less stressful for you, and that's great because we want to reduce stress. The other thing is snacks. So you're having protein shakes or a boiled egg and some nuts and some fruit and some all that good stuff. So write down your snacks, and then what are you doing for self-care? In addition to all the things above, how are you looking after you? Is it social time with friends? Is it reading, massage, giving yourself your own facial? Is it yoga, stretching? Maybe it's going for a walk out in the wind, on the beach, watching the sunset, taking the dog for a walk. Something that is important to you that makes you feel good. Very, very important in the long term for just reducing stress and keeping you happy, active, and healthy. So that's the self-care. There might be some other things that you want to list in there, and there's another space where you can put that. It's great to just keep note of how you are looking after yourself, especially when that schedule is really, really busy. Below that is a list for reminders, phone calls, bills, things that come up during the day. So you'll always have a pen with you. If you just continue to write notes as you think of them, that again gets it out of your head, on paper, and that keeps you organized. Remember, the less things you have to remember, the less stressful. And finally, there's daily gratitude. Now, it's up to you whether you want to do this in the morning or do this in the evening or both. But what is it that you're grateful for today, this Monday? And gratitude, again, helps you reduce stress. It helps you see that everything you've worked for, you have got some results, you have got some success. And there are wonderful things out there even when you're having a bad day. And those daily gratitudes, if you keep a folder of everything that all of these daily checklists, you'll start to build up some incredible daily gratitude lists. And it's beautiful to look back and just see how happy you are, the things that you really appreciate. It could be small, it could be a picture. You could draw a picture in there, anything you want, just to show how things are really quite good when you look at stuff. And there can be bad stuff going on, life gets in the way. But if you've got some daily gratitude there, it really does take the pressure off. Now, page 2 is really about the end of the day. And here we have page 2 of your best day checklist. This is really for the end of the day, and this is all about your wins and what you could learn or do better. So we start off with my wins for the day were, write down everything you did successfully. And it could be little things. It could be you got on time, you made every meeting, you had a great workout, you did a great proposal, you got your taxes done, or you submitted something to your accountant. Anything that was a check on your list and made you feel good. That way, if you don't think you've achieved a lot and then suddenly you've started writing some good things, you think, yeah, I did do something today. I did get some good stuff done. And that just makes you feel good. The next thing is I could be better. I could do better at. What is it? Time management, water, drink more water. Did you procrastinate today? Did you shout at somebody when, you were in a traffic jam? What was it that you could have done better? And we all have these things, and if you write them down, you can improve on them. It doesn't matter if you've got some things that improve on, because everything is about lessons. It's not failures, it's lessons. And so just write down what you could have done better and learn from it. The next section is, what did you learn? How could you have done things better? What could you have handled better? What were your blessings, or what intentions could you have changed throughout the day? Just anything that you've learned that could have made your day better and that you can use as a reference for the next day. And lastly, there's a list for future planning notes. That's things that come up during the day that you want to make sure you remember for tomorrow or for the future. So you might not have had time to schedule something in your electronic diary, so you can just write the notes here, and at the end of the day you'll be able to go back to them and put them into their right slot in your calendar. So that future planning notes is really all those scribbles that we need, phone numbers, anything, just to make sure you've got somewhere to put all that important information. So I hope that helps helps you. I hope you love the checklist as much as I do. I'd really love your feedback and to hear how the checklist helps you. Give it 30 days, make it a habit, and you will see incredible results on your goals. So I wish you all the best with your goals, and I hope that you think the checklist is as fabulous as I do. Have a good one.